Hello everyone, this is FlatLine and I'm going to be doing a PvZ tutorial. I cannot believe that I did not even have a video or tutorial on this build. It's going to be my PvZ opening where I get double neck or 3 nexus really quickly, and I just apply early pressure to get that. So I'm just going to pick out 3 of these, trying to figure out which ones to do. Let's do, I think this one should be fine. I'm not sure which ones are which actually. We'll just pick this one because Entombed Valley is a really good map for does he 6-pull on this map? Okay, he's not the 6-puller. Okay, because there is a guy that actually 6-pulled me on this map. This map is really good for Protoss, and that's because of the easy access to the third. You just kill the rocks off, and it's really easy to defend your natural in your third. So what you want to do is just do your normal expand build. You know, you get your Nexus, your Forge. I always go Nexus first if I can, if I see that he got like a 15 pull or later. 15 pull, if you want to know, it's going to be around 2 minutes. If he has a pull around 2 minutes, it just started, it's a 15 pull. So you should be able to get to this Nexus pretty easily. You always get your gateway after the Forge. So anyways, once you get the forge, the gateway done, it's gonna make a cybernetics and then chronoboost out your stalker, your zealot. Also, you only want to have one gas. You get the gas after your gateway, obviously, while you're constantly making workers. You just want to constantly chronoboost out the units from your gateway. You don't want to use any chronoboost on your probes whenever this gateway is done. Basically, that means just use 3 chronoboosts on your nexus. The rest will be used on gateways for the meantime. So you're gonna chronoboost out these, and it works out really well if you do this right, because the 2 chronoboosted zealots, right when they're finished, the cybernetics core should be finishing up that time. And so you're gonna be able to get that stalker out, or start the stalker immediately. Now there's 2 different things that you could do. You can either make another stalker, which I am actually. You cannot. I'm sending this stalker in here. Now this probe needs to watch out here. You do not want them to know exactly what you're up to. Having this chronoboosted stalker though, it's gonna really help me out because I'm able to kill off his overlord, and that's gonna supply block him. Unfortunately, see. So they lost 100 minerals right off the bat. And now he's also, look at this, he's overcompensating, making a lot of spines, he has a lot of links. If you look at the units tab, 25 drones to 39 probes. Okay. So we're just gonna speed this up a little bit. So this is the main opening. And then once you do this, once you K up your second stalker, you make your nexus, by the way. Maybe I should go back to it, because this is the main thing about the opening, is basically this part. So once you're able to clear this out, and it's always nice if you see stranded overlords like this one, just go for them with your stalker. You can always delay your push a little bit longer just to kill off 100, to get away, to block them, and make them waste 100 minerals. So after this stalker, see how I have around 400? I usually want to plant this down, but I do not want him to actually know I'm doing that though. So my third nexus is a little bit delayed though. It's a little bit delayed, but like I said, after the second stalker, you can get your nexus. If you get the 2 stalkers, you obviously want to play a little bit more aggressive than usual. There is another way. You can just go 2 zealot and 1 stalker. You just get a faster nexus, but you can't apply as much. You can't go as aggressive as you probably want to. It depends on your style, I guess you could say. Do you want to play more aggressive or not? I tend to like to do that a lot more. You can see so many links being made by him. 25 drones to 44 probes. And now he's starting to continue his drone production. As you can see, in this game, I wasn't able to get to his base and kill off maybe a queen or so. That's the main idea, is if you're able to do this pressure right and they're not making this many zerglings, should be able to kill off a queen if you do this right. And that's just gonna hurt them because they're injects. They're gonna be off on their injects. Now he's gonna be killing off these rocks. We're gonna see how he transitions, and then we're gonna see how I do it. So my build, I'm just gonna get my robotics facility, my Twilight Council. I'm gonna be adding on my gateways as well. You wanna have at least 6 gateways, 1 robo, and a Twilight Council. And you also wanna be starting your +1 attack after you make your sentries. Also, main thing, also another important thing you wanna do right after work it, you also wanna be getting hallucination. You wanna get hallucination because you need to scout the Zerg as soon as possible, because there's 2 different things. They can either be fast expanding, getting a quick 4th, teching to high really quickly, and the other one is that they're just gonna do a roach laying all in, or they might be going mutas. Like, you need to know ASAP. And the fastest way is to get that hallucination. You need this robotics to make immortals. Your first one should be immortal regardless. If you make an observer, the timing of that is going to ruin you, where like the roachling on them kind of do a lot of pressure. But actually this map's pretty easy to control because you have sentries in these ramps, so you shouldn't be too worried about that. You can play a little bit more greedy on this map compared to the others. But I'm just going to play this like any standard map. You see how I'm going to be using this Phoenix. I scout around here because I wanted to see if he has any units over there. So now I'm going straight for his 4th. You can see how this rally point, well, I guess not. Looks like I'm going to just go straight for his tech. You can see, okay, he's got 2 spines, a lot of leans. What is this? Okay, he has a spire. Alright, so he's going for Midas. Here we go. I'm going to be making some stalkers. I already have a good amount of probes. Well, I have too many actually, 74 probes. Adding on my extra gateways. So now what you want to do is get ready for the meters. You want to add these pylons to make those cannons right there. And while these cannons are building up, and I think a lot of people are having issues with this, is that you want to have your stalkers there. You want to be able to defend this as much as possible. You can see I'm already got 4 cannons up here. I like 4 cannons at every mineral, because I mean that's a lot of, that's what, 300, 600 minerals for a base, but you don't really need the minerals, you need the gas. So you want to keep that base alive as much as possible. So add 5 cannons here. This is probably a little bit too much, but it's probably the weakest point, that's why. Adding on a pylon up here, I need vision up here just in case. Now because I don't have, the spiral was not done, or not even close to being done, I was able to add these cannons before without even having stalkers there to assist it, to protect it. So that's one of the reasons why I don't have any stalkers here. But if you see the spire done or almost done and you're building these cannons, always have your stalker, have just like 8 stalkers there, just to poke them, just to lay it enough where you can defend it and have it built on time. So now these mutas are going to come over here and they're going to be welcomed by these cannons. Now this is probably not the best way to deal with it. Well, actually the most ideal thing is actually to have phoenixes on the way, but I already built these, like I built these just because I saw it. It's not the best way to deal with it, honestly. You can deal with it with blink stalkers finally, so you can do whatever you want against these mutas. I just wanted to go triple Stargate because I felt like I'm way ahead already, and I like phoenixes. Another good thing to do is just harass a lot. Also, going DTs, a pretty good way to kill them. I like to put my DT shrine in a very peculiar place so that way they can't scout it. You see I'm building pylons around here, I'm sending zealots. I'm looking possible, I just want to pause here, and this is going to show you why. Go to my camp. I don't see any spores. I don't show any version of where I might use like warp prisms or Stargate use whatsoever. So he has no detection whatsoever. Does he have an overseer? No, he does not. Okay. And that's very common to see against Zerg with needling. But you might meet a couple of them that do. Now see, this is the cool thing about phoenixes. Why it's the best thing. It's the best unit when it comes to dealing with phoenixes, mutas, is the fact that their harassment is minimal now because your phoenixes are faster. They have longer range. They do extra damage to them because they're light units. And it's what's that? That's 22 damage, 11 times 2 because they attack twice. That's 22 damage for each one. Also getting the range thing. I just like range. You can see now I'm doing the Phoenix. I got DTs, the bases killing some drones. See this base as well. Now this is an overextension because you get infestors here and now being killed by so he's gonna have infestors here. That's a bummer. Okay. So yeah, infestors does kill it. I mean, if one fungal like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose it. You know, that's semi-true. But the thing about the Phoenixes is I'm willing to lose this resource that I'm investing to Phoenixes if he is losing his mutas. He's losing his mutas. He doesn't have that much. He was really committed to that because he's making he has 3 spires. That's really weird, I think. And these mutas, I mean these DTs are just killing every single base possible. They plus 3, look at that, they do 60 a pop. It's amazing. I don't think he's gonna survive. I mean, he's not gonna keep this alive, which is really unfortunate about him. He's actually breaking down under pressure. This Zerg could have done a lot better. A lot better. But he's going into the infestors. He's gonna go for that Brew Lord infestor shenanigan stuff. But those are the openings. The wall is off completely. Have only one route to go to get into my base. This helps against link run-bys. Phoenixes. Now Phoenixes are bad against infestors, but at the same time you gotta also think that you can also lift them, make them negate their fungal. You know, if like whenever you're facing Broodlord Infestor and you're going and you have a lot of Phoenixes, just remember that they rely on fungals to keep your stalkers from getting over here, to getting under the Broodlords and killing them. So if you're able to lift up the where are they? Right here. These infestors, they can't cast their spell. If they can't cast their spell, stalkers are going to be able to roam free and go under the Broodlords and kill them. Another thing to note, if somehow you're able to keep all these Phoenixes alive, or some of them alive, and there's still Broodlords out, you kill the Corruptors, they have no anti-air, so you're going to be able to kill off the Broodlords. So, it's all great. You can see how my Stalkers were able to blink up there, kill off whatever I need. Wasn't the most effective thing because I don't have a mothership, but I did enough damage. You know, he doesn't have that much out here at all. You can see his army, it's pretty weak. He just GG's because he feels desperate. There's too many Phoenixes out here. What's over? Okay, I kind of like went through there a little bit too fast, I think. Maybe let me just slow this down a little bit. Let's do this one. I think this one's a good one. Small. Alright, so I think I'm gonna hit some spots that I probably missed in the first one because I did miss a couple. So you're gonna go 9 pylon, then scout. I'm just gonna go for the hardcore build order, I guess you could say. And see, I see the spawning pool. Okay, this time's 8. Maybe I gotta stop doing this. 2 minutes, remember, 2 minutes starts it right there. 2 minutes. What was that? A 15 pool, I believe. Please don't make me wrong. Okay, I am wrong. That's a 14 pool. Never mind. Now I just know that. Actually, it's got to be exactly at 2 minutes. So exactly at 2 minutes is 15 pool. Right before 15. I mean, right before 2 minutes could be 14 pool. Awesome to know. So my timing is a little bit off. Just realized that. Okay, so I see, you know, 14 pool. This map's pretty easy to defend your ramp, so I'm gonna go Nexus First anyways. It's only the 13 pool you gotta worry about. Alright, so on this map specifically, or any maps, you want to generally know where you want to build stuff and how you want to build it. So on this map, or a ramp like this, usually you wall off with a forge, gateway, a pylon, and then have that one extra space for your zealot to go there and roam free in and out, whatever. Now, your transition in this game is to expand, is to get over here. That means we want to kill these rocks off, wall this off, and just make this path like this, right? So that way they can only engage you in one spot. You can see all my games, I'm trying to make it where Zerg has to engage me in one location. They can't do any run-bys instead of going through there. So you want to put the forge on this side, right? You want to have the opening here. You want the opening here because you want the cannon over here. You want the cannon over here because you want to kill these rocks off with that cannon. Well, okay. Why can't we just have everything here? Have the forge here, pylon here, gateway there, and have the opening on this side then. And just have the cannon here. That's true. But if they do a ling run by, if they somehow get in here, the cannon shots is going to be minimal. Because the range from here to here is at its peak. It's at its climax. So a good Zerg, if it was able to run by, is going to be able to get inside your base. And that's just going to be really, really bad for you. We don't like that. Now, seeing that it was a pretty 14 pull, you can always delay it with your initial probe that you just got. This probe, really irrelevant at the moment now. So you could lose it, that's fine. You just want to make sure you cannot get in because it disrupts your build. Here goes the zealots. Come over here. I think ×2 is most ideal. Now I'm going to be using this zealot. So this is what you want to do. You want to push these zealots, these zerglings away. And you want to scout your third. You do not want to find out that there's actually an overlord there. You don't want to see if there's a zergling there. You don't want them to know that you're actually expanding there. So once you clear that out, you're good to go. You have 2 zealots there. He's got some more lings. Now he's making a lot more lings. Let's look at the units tab. 34 to 32. Now he's stuck. Look at this. He doesn't have these destructible rocks killed, so it's really hard for him to regroup together. Cannot go back and forth. This queen is probably gonna die because it's gonna be alone. I am actually not 100% sure what's gonna happen to that queen. Actually, that queen stays alive. Nice. Queen stays alive. I kill off all his lings. He will make more lings unless he plays greedy. Yep, makes more lings. Back at my base. Look at this. Got my third up. My extra gateways, my cannons to protect it. Also want to add these gas. You want to add these gas after you build this nexus and pylon. After you build the nexus and pylon, you add your extra gas because you need that surplus of gas to afford sentries. You need a lot of sentries. You need these upgrades in research. See how I'm chronoboosting hallucination, because that's how important it is in this game at this time. You need hallucination. So he's gonna do something pretty unique. He's gonna try to do a ling run by, because this ramp's pretty big. But fortunately for him, it's only 2 force fields. I mean, I lose a sentry, but the biggest thing is that he's not able to do that huge ling run by and not deal with any of that at all. So I deal with that pretty effectively. I do have my 6 warp gates. Do want to add my robotics and my Twilight Council soon. There's my robotics. Should be adding on my Twilight Council soon. There it is. You see, I'm gonna add on my my 5th and 6th gas around this time. Cause look at this. I have a lot of minerals and low on gas, and that's because early in the game I was only on 1 gas the whole time when I was doing this. I expanded with only 1 gas. So you want to get that gas surplus kicking in as soon as possible after you kill you get this nexus and pylon down. So with this wall off, they're only gonna have 1 entrance in. I'm gonna go on my camp. And I should be having hallucinations. Okay, there it is. I was about to say, this is pretty weird. Alright, so look what I'm scouting for his 4th. Alright, I see a 4th. Good. That means he's not gonna pressure. He is not going to be pressuring that hard at all. So I could play a little bit more greedy. Now I need to figure out what's he doing. He sends a lot of lings. There's some spines being built. I'm thinking he might go meet us. So you're going to see I'm just going to build some cannons here. And I'm going to send. I did not get a clear look inside his main, so I'm gonna send another Phoenix. Add these extra cannons. Now I'm looking. Okay, here's a Spire, here's a Hive coming, here's the infestation pit. He's not going to mute us. Cancel, cancel. Cancel a couple of those. I'm just only gonna keep these two. Just for any run-by purposes, you're gonna be able to help me at least. Add on some extra gateways. Going up to double Robo. Getting my Colossus as well. I built this right when I saw this. Okay, if they were going to mute us anyways, I could always cancel this if I wanted to. By the time my Phoenixes was going to be able to get there. And that's why you always want to get hallucination. You'll be able to scout super fast compared to just getting an observer. And plus, you cannot do that because, like I said, first game, you need that immortal as soon as possible. I'm going to be expanding and I'm going to be pressuring now. It's going to be about the time I want to pressure. Now, I did this during the stream and I figured out my little time. It's actually best for me to attack when I have 2 Colossus. Because when I have 4 Colossus, he now has access to Brood Lords. If I see the Hive finishing up. If I see the Hive in production when I scout with my Hallucinated Phoenix, that means my best timing is to go at the 2 Colossus. Right? Because he doesn't have those Brood Lords at time. When I have 4 though, he has a Great Aspire. So it's going to be a little tough for me to do that. Now if I see the 4th, see the Infestation Pit, and don't see the Hive on the way, this would probably be the best timing. Having 4 Colossus is super strong, plus 2, and have a lot of gateway units with it. My time has passed, but I am still going to pressure up here. You can see his mines are a little bit later than usual, than he probably wants. He's got some good fungals going on here. That's why I hate about Zerg. Fungals is pretty good. Okay, I cannot budge him. I cannot budge him. So I have this 4th. Oh! Missed this point. Once I moved out, I covered this up. Because I cannot tell you how many times I've lost to a Ling run by because I did not wall this off. Imagine if this wasn't here, got in here and here. Everything would just be too dramatic for me and lose too many. It's better to just have this off. Kill this pylon. I don't need it. If I don't need the wall off, I can just kill that pylon. I'm fine. Because I need to kill that so I can transfer these workers to my fresh new base over here. I'm adding on some zealots over here. He's got 4 bases. I'm going to keep him on that base. I want to minimize his base expansion as much as possible, as well as delay some time from him from, you know, attacking me. So the one way I can do that while I'm getting Mothership is to use warp prisms. Always get double warp prism with gravitic drive, and that's what I like about these double robotics anyways. Always go into double warp prism really quickly and apply some pressure while I sit back, because his army, if you look at this, is pretty scary, right? It's pretty scary compared to mine. Mine is not that good whatsoever against his. I would lose. You see me doing some zealot run-bys over there, trying to kill things off. I cannot believe this thing's gonna go straight over here, but oh well. I'm gonna send this baby over here. Look at this. I don't know if y'all probably missed this. I'm maxed. Got a warp prism in a very good spot. Great Aspire has been exposed, but I'm maxed. One thing a lot of people forget is that you could just kill your army units. You're gonna see me kill Colossus, and I'm gonna be killing probably this immortal. There we go. Kill that off. I'm able to afford these zealots. Kill off this Great Aspire. Add on some more. Pick these babies up because I can use them later on. Time to add on some Archons as well. Maxed again. Kill off another Stalker. Able to get another High Templar so I can make an Archon. A lot of people keep on forgetting about that. Mothership is done as well. I'll be bringing that bad boy with my army. And trust me, this is probably the most aggravating thing, is dealing with the Broodlord Infestor. I think it's like one of the most... The thing about them is that it's strong, but it's not the strongest army composition. It's strong in a sense because they can get to a very high a very cost efficient army. I mean, it's like super cost efficient army, faster than we get able to make an army that can compete with it, like this. That's where you see a lot of Protoss use warp prisms, use run bys, or use like a 2-base all-in to end the game. Try to end it right before Blue Lords, which was my intention in the beginning of this game. Now, okay, that's not fun. When you have Vortex, you need to scout around where is the best spot to attack. His Broodlords are pretty split up well. No way I'm going to be trying to, Vortex this army. But look at this, his Infestors are clumped. They go hand in hand. If they don't have the other becomes weak. So, if I take out these Infestors, these Broodlords will become weak. The Broodlords are, in the Vortex, the Infestors become pretty weak. And so will all the Broodlords inside the Vortex. So I'm trying to Vortex these units inside there. I think I got a couple of those. He does not have all the Infestors that he had. There they are. About half of those Infestors just died right there. I got half of this, so that's actually pretty good. Also, I created this flank. I warped in over here with some stalkers. Able to get that flank off. Makes it a lot harder for him to fungal my stalkers. And I kill him off. Now you can see I sacrificed this base as well. My minerals, I don't care. I really do not care about my minerals. So I'm willing to lose this expansion as long as I can survive and kill off his army. He just lost a lot of gassy units in that kind of engagement. You see his gas no longer going to be surplus anymore. He's got to use it once again. Once again, back up. I do not have Vortex. I don't have that anything whatsoever. Just back up. Back up. Allow your warp prisms to do the damage that it can do. Do I even have a warp prism? I do not. So I have 2 more on the way. Cool. Cool. I think I'm just going to speed this up a little bit. This is a little tutorial of my build. I'm going over this a little bit more than build itself. I wish there was one where I could find where they do a Roachling on this so I could tell you or show you exactly how I hold it. Okay, this is going to be non-existent because he has too many spines here. And a spoiler right there. Doesn't matter. This engagement, a lot of Broodlords here. No Infestors, the Infestors are here. I'm back up. Got enough for a Vortex. Let's look. Money spot right here, right? Got a lot of Infestors and Broodlords here. You can see him trying to split up his Broodlords. It's a nice job by him. Once again, Infestors are clumped. And Infestors will get clumped more than the Broodlords, because they're always fixated on trying to spread out their Broodlords, that the casting units actually group up together a lot. That's why EMP against High Templars, when you have a lot of High Templars, you see the High Templars group up together and it gets really aggravating for you. This is all those Infestors that become pretty much useless. See my Archons in there. Look at this, Broodlords are exposed. Cannot defend against them. Because his Infestors were gone. And BM. So that's another game right there. So the first one was Mutas. This one was pretty much standard, the fast fourth. I think this one's against Mutas. I wish there was one where he does a Roachling all in and I pretty much kill him. Or I hold it. I'm not sure. These games look pretty long. So I don't think any of these. Oh, this is back in May. Ouch. Okay, so we'll just go to this one, the most recent one. I think he does Mutas. And then this will show you the actual response. If you don't want to go that triple Stargate opening that it did. Okay, so I'm gonna do 9 pylon scouts. It's gonna be the same thing. Okay, spawning pool is feasibly timed. Should be able to get this up. As you can see, I'm gonna be using this probe to lay more time as possible. Dies unfortunately, but I got my cannon up on time because of that probe. Imagine if the probe wasn't there and he just went straight over here towards my base. These lanes will actually be inside my base before this cannon was done. gonna be sending out my zealot as well. I'm gonna go up here and make sure there's no overlords. Let's go to my camp. Put this back down to ×2. Got my 2 stalkers and zealots. See how I expand? Now it's time for me to add on my gases. You see I'm getting my sentry as well. Time for me to add my gases. Come on. Oh, looks like I'm gonna go for this. Focusing on my micro, I mean. There's a lot of things you gotta do at this point. You can see I'm just, while I'm running back, there's no reason for me to keep on looking at it. I'm just gonna be getting my assimilators now. Adding all my cannons, my gateways over here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. This is a really weird wall off, and it's not how I wanted it. There's like a little hole right here. Oh well. Adding on my sentries. Look at this. Chronoboosting out to hallucination. Hallucination is really important in this game. So I'm gonna also kill off this overlord. Winter free. Put the warp in here because he has some approaches here. I'm just gonna keep it on my cam so I can tell you what's going on and how I see things. And this is pretty open for Nidus Swarm, so I'm pretty scared about that. Although I should be adding on some pylons here around soon. So don't lose to that. Getting my robotics facility, getting Twilight Council, adding on these gateways. You can see I have 8 now. I have 8 gateways. I just want at least 6. At least 6. Hallucination, look at this scout. Okay, he has this expansion on the way. Yada yada yada. He's got his gases. He's got his gases. There's a spire. I unfortunately did not see that spire. I don't think I was looking, at least. But I see the meters right there. I can see if I saw that spire, pylons like these would have been placed a long time ago. Saw the meters though. Time for me to play a little bit defensive, adding on these pylons in positions where I want to put the cannons. And like I said, always had these stalkers while they're building. Look, Midas cannot kill this off. I have stalkers here. So he's gonna go for a direct engagement, which is pretty cool by him. Also, you want to make some observers so you can know where his meters are gonna be because of this. Army is a little bit out of position, and I had to compensate for that. He's sending his whole entire army. It's pretty committed. Moving these stalkers down here then. It's pretty committed. Always come back towards these cannons if you have to. That way you're gonna be alive. So getting gravity drive, and we use a warp prism, another good thing to use. Now look at this, he's so busy killing off these cannons. By the time he finishes it, boom, stalkers arrive. So you always want to have enough, around 4, to delay as much time as possible. He's gonna go for another direct engagement. Look at this, so many links. This is absolutely crazy right now. And it's at a point where I think I was gonna lose the game. Archons come over here, it's probably gonna shoo him off. Get Storm. Storm is done. Where are my High Templars? Here they are. Gonna be using these zealots to buy a little bit more time for me. You can see how he's gonna pull everything or nothing. There you go. Pulling all these back, not attacking me. While he's not attacking me, I'm able to have enough energy for Storm. Make a bigger army, a lot of stalkers. Don't need stalkers here anymore. I got my cannons here. Got my cannons here as well. This is looking a lot better. I don't have to do that triple Stargate stuff that I'm showing you. I did that because I just wanted to have fun and I was way ahead. This game was pretty much close. He did pretty well defending my pressure. And he didn't overreact to what he saw. So now he's going to be attacking. The thing about him is he's not seeing that I have 4 High Templars. enough, all of them enough to have storm. Like I think one of them has two of them. Yeah, this one has two storms. Look at this, and he's just lining everything up in a line for my storms. All these evaporated, essentially. And it's bad for him now. Now it's time for me to attack. He lost all of his mutas. That's a lot of resources he just lost. He knows he cannot hold this expansion. Pulling his drones back over here. This is actually, they're gonna die anyways. Also got some morphed in over here. Squeezing a roach. So he's gonna come over here and attack. Now baneling is like the worst thing to do when he sees storms. And I have 5 storms. This is what you do. You just storm, move back, storm, and everything dies. Everything just dies. It's GG. So the build is really cool because you're able to get that fast third nexus. And if people are wondering, or fellow Zergs are wondering, how do I really deal with that? Is just don't overreact and get a fast fourth. Go for a hive rush, like the one on Ohana. You saw the one on Ohana. There was points in the games where he could have killed me. And just figure out that timing. Figure out when you could kill me. Or Protoss. You just gotta develop that and you should be fine. I think that's the best response. But the Roachling all-in is not a very good response to it. In fact, 6 gate, Robo, Twilight will definitely hold that. Because by the time you see that with the hallucination, stop probes, use all your chronoboost on Warp Gate and Robo. If you have like a specific upgrade almost done, you can use that on as well, like +1 or +2 or Blink. You can use it on that. So that's my take on it. I've been doing this build for a long time, still refining it a little bit more. I mean, I've lost some games, but not as many as I want this build. So anyways, thanks for watching. If you do like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. It's youtube.com/FlatLine'sSE2. Also check out my team's website, area51gaming.com. Our sponsors, which you have been seeing on the bottom right, just every now and then. Special thanks to them as well. And you can catch me on Twitch. Been streaming early in the morning over here in the US at 8 AM or 9 AM Eastern time to, it varies depending on if I'm busy that day or not. And I'm trying to do it almost every day, at least 5 days a week. So you can check me out. I stream at least 2 hours. I'm trying to push myself to hit 8 hours a day to get back into shape. It's really hard. The highest I've reached is 5 hours. And I've done 4. And the other day I did 3. Today I did 3 as well. So just trying to get back into the groove, build up my stamina and all that. So anyways, if you have any questions or any problems with builds or specific matchup, you can always leave a comment in my channel and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So anyways, thanks guys for watching and I'll see you later.